Create an entire web project using using Vue and Firebase, and we'll be making a Twitter application using just a straight Vue CLI. So let's actually get started. There's another video that I have earlier which describes a little bit of Vue. You can watch that one too, but this will be a step-by-step short videos, series of short videos where we'll actually go through all the concepts. Okay, so first thing first, we'll actually go to documents, cd documents, and I have a folder called learning, and I created a folder called Vue Twitter. So the first thing that you would need is few of these things. One is that you would need node.js. The second you would need is Visual Studio Code. All of these things are free. You can just go to nodejs.org or something like that, and then download the Node.js, the latest version of Node.js. It comes with npm, and you need Visual Studio for a Visual Studio Code, which is also free for developing the applications. Okay, so the first thing first, we'll actually get this, and then after that we'll actually install the Vue CLI, which is in another video that I actually made. The link will be provided in there, so you can actually have Vue CLI installed over there. Once the Vue CLI is installed, you will do Vue create, and we will create a Northeastern University -Twitter. So I'm creating through the CLI. You can also go and do it through Vue UI, which is actually opens up a window. Yes, so it actually opens up, and then we can actually create a project by clicking over here, but we are going to actually demo it through the CLI. Okay, so we'll say Vue create, and we'll create Northeastern University -Twitter. Okay, so this should start up anytime, and it is going to ask what do I want. So I'll go and manually select the features, and arrow keys to go up and down, and enter to select. So I will go and select Progressive Web App, and I'll select router. So I press the spacebar, router will be selected. I'll get Vuex, and linter is there, so that is good. Basically router is for figuring out which pages you are going to, and Vuex maintains the state of your application. So we'll actually press enter, and then we'll say no to the history mode, and ESLint we'll use prettier, and then we'll say lint on save, which means that when we do a Control S, then the linter will run and check our code for any errors or warnings and stuff like that, and it will warn us that there's something error, and then we can actually go and fix them. So we'll say when we do Command S or Control S, that will actually run the compiler. Okay, so we do that, and we'll want it in dedicated JSON files. I don't want to save it as a preset, and then this should start initializing our project. Instead of npm, you can also do yarn. Yarn also does the same thing which npm does, so you can pick either one of them. Both of them are the same. So but we are using node over here. So it will run for a minute, and it will install and start a project. Okay, if you are on Windows, it's basically just the same thing. The Vue CLI, when I use the UI part, in the end, basically it hangs on the README and it does not do anything. So I just do Control-C at that point and just kill it, and then I'm good. So what it did, it created a project, and then I'll say cd. It's saying that go to cd Northeastern University -Twitter, and then do npm run serve, and that should actually give us our application. So it'll compile everything, and then our app is running at localhost. So we'll say localhost 8080, and we have our Vue app which is running. We are going to these different pages. That is wonderful. Okay, so we'll close this and we'll Control C over here, and then what we'll do is we'll say we'll open our Visual Studio Code, and then we'll say open folder, and we'll also go to learning, Vue Twitter, and Northeastern University, and then we'll say open. So we are over here. Then what we'll do is, I don't need the terminal window, so I will quit the terminal window, and I will press Control and tilde. That'll bring the terminal window over here. I like to use the terminal window over here because everything is in the same place. So if you look at it, the node modules is all the libraries and stuff. Public is the place where your index.html and stuff is there. Your source is where all your source code is. So assets is where you'll store your images. Components is where you can actually have a component of a Vue file. Router is where you actually define how you'll go from one page to another, and store is something where you basically manage the states and stuff like that. And then in the Vue you can actually create your own web pages or Vue or something like that. You can basically have folders inside it too. And the app.vue is the main file where this is the first file which actually goes and gets loaded, which has a div id is equal to app. And then there's a main.js, which is the first file which actually loads the app. So you can see that it mounts the app over here, so which means it will come over here and look at this app, and then whatever is inside this, it'll basically try to load that up. Okay, so that is good. Next, what we'll do is we'll actually go to Bootstrap. So we'll say Bootstrap, and then we'll select this, and then we can actually get started. There's another thing called Bootstrap, Vue Bootstrap. I have used that too, but I think I just like the normal Bootstrap. Just click over here and then go to your public and index.html, and then paste it over here. There might be a better place to save it too, but I'm just saving it over here. Okay, so so now hopefully we'll actually have Bootstrap available to us. So that is perfectly fine. Next, what we'll do is what we want is that we want a login page and a register page. And then once we log in, then we should go to a dashboard page, which should be only visible only after you are logged in. So that is the basic functionality that we'll actually do. So we'll come back to in our next video and start seeing how to do that.